Today's cup of coffee comes again from our very own Michael Yates, and I suspect Yates has had just as many bizarre wanderings on this planet as I have in the realm of the supernatural, and I appreciate him greatly in sharing these things. So he writes, I was at the same church where I experienced the Transfiguration medium within the same 2-year time frame when I booked a scene with a psychic artist in the anteroom. He was around 30 years old and very pleasant. He asked me to sit and proceeded to sketch in pencil on a 2A pad. No conversation, he just looked at me and sketched. When he was finished, he handed me the drawing. It was an American Indian chief in full headdress, which was beautifully drawn in perhaps 5 minutes. This, I told, was my spirit guide. I was not impressed. The artist began drawing another one, but this time he was giving me information on what he was seeing, hearing, or perceiving. What he told was as follows. There is an American airman here who was a radio operator and a bomber. His plane went down in the English Channel, returning from a bombing run in Germany. He looks after you. When the artist was done, he handed me the sketch, which once again was in great detail and beautifully drawn. I thanked him and left after the 15-minute session. The second drawing meant nothing to me. After all, there was no connection anywhere. My wife at the time was just as bemused as I was. Some days later, my mother asked to see the drawings. As soon as I handed her the airman's sketch, she said, "That's John's dad." I asked her if she was sure, and she said, "Yes, that's him. He always reminded me of Alan Ladd." John was an older cousin, my mom's sister's boy. He was born in late 1945. He retained the family surname, and the legend was given out that his dad was a British soldier who was killed in France, but now the truth came out. His real father was a Polish-American who served at a United States Air Force base some 5 miles from our town. He was a radio operator on a bomber. My mom had met him a few times when he came to take her sister out. When the war was over and the base was being wound down, my aunt, let's call her Joan, contacted the base pleading for the whereabouts or new posting of John's father, the man that looked like Alan Ladd. The base told her they did not give that information out to non-family members, especially pregnant ones. So all this knowledge was known by some other realm and given to me, because there was some kind of link. But I wouldn't have understood any of it if it wasn't for my mom. Thank you very much, Yates. A bit poignant, isn't it, in the fact that this man had a child and didn't know that he had a child. So that's one of those that the Air Force did him a disservice. But yeah, that's very interesting. As far as, was John still alive when this information? Did you ever share that with him? That could open up a can of worms, now couldn't it? So, yeah. And sometimes family secrets, I'm not a big fan of family secrets. I think that secrets do indeed keep us sick. And that includes if it's some kind of a deception amongst family members, and if it is a matter of spiritual experiences that need to be shared. Yeah, so let's open up and bring these things to light. If you have any kind of supernatural, paranormal legends within your family, your region, whatever, send those to me at cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And if you just need someone to listen to you and you don't want a video made, that's okay too. Just send me an email, and you know that you've got someone that you can dialogue with that's not going to be making fun of you or be judgmental of you. And yeah, I'm really enjoying these. You all have a beautiful, blessed day.